If you guys ready for the mayhem, you already know Koustics is gonna come in here screaming. So let me lower his volume preemptively. All right. Let me preemptively lower his volume. All right, I'm pulling them up right now. Hello.
Yeah.
Yo,
I was right.
Blackberry. Yo, what's good, bro?
What's going on?
What's going on, Koustics? How you doing, Brody?
Not much. I'm just chilling. After a long day of work, I've decided to discuss Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's the best way to spend your time, right?
Absolutely. No cap.
So hold on, let me, as I set this up very unprofessionally.
Yeah. Set the shit up, son.
How you doing, bro? Like, what's up with you?
What's up with me? Man, I'm seeing niggas spend 4 meters on a mix. They're
4 meters
thinking
on
that's
it.
crazy. Four
Nah.
meters on a mix, bro.
Who's spending 4 meters on a mix?
These niggas, these Majin Buu players out here, bro.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
I
that's
gotta see it. I gotta see.
you
I've
know
never
what?
put it like that.
Who was it that posted that? Koustics,
Uh,
do you?
I think that was Black Vegeta, right?
Black Vegeta,
Plays Majin Buu?
I mean, he
allegedly.
plays Krillin, and then he found out some mix that requires Krillin and Majin Buu. But specifically to get this mix is very rare, at least to me, because so you have to give up like you give up a larger combo, and then you also need a specifically to have retained your wall bounce to get this hit, and then you got to spend 1 meter for Buu level 1, and then 3 for the Krillin.
Now you said Black Vegeta. Let me pull that up real quick.
Is it Black Vegeta? I don't know. All these players look alike to me, bro.
Nah, we were
Yeah,
just.
because it would be like Adams just said. It would be smarter with the Krillin rocks. You got the most broken assists right there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel it's better to just preserve it. Maybe just get the 50-50 off the thing. I think it's kind of a checkmate situation. Maybe if you're in an advantage.
Right, like,
Yeah,
you
like
win, and he got one
yeah,
character left type.
yeah. It's like that type of shit. Like their character, they just don't block this. They just die. I think it's definitely great for like one of those.
Okay, so I
It's
found
not
the
like you're knocked down every time.
the
Yeah.
mix you're talking about, Koustics. So you're
Found
talking
it?
about yeah, it was
Right,
Black
yeah, let me see, I
Vegeta.
got your stream up.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. I think it's really good. I just don't think it's worth it. Cause see, you have to retain your wall bounce. You spend meter and then you spend 3. This shit is cheap. I just think fundamentally you won't get this every single time.
It's
So
not worth all the meter neither.
I think it's worth the meter if the next touch will kill the character. Any other situation is not.
so hear me out, right? Like I've always had like this conversation and that like there's
That's sick,
players
Sick.
who
It's sick,
spend
though.
like a lot of meter to get a mix, right? But already they already have a 50-50 available. So why add another layer? It's kind of like the whole base Vegeta thing. You know, you already have the high low mix option. Do you really have to go for extra stuff? Like
I
do you,
think Majin Buu as a character, you don't need to spend a level 3 for a credible mix because this motherfucker will just restand you anyway. And I think that's a better knowledge check if you're going for like something like a knowledge check. And it's just way cheaper. It's just cheaper and more efficient. Because I think spending the meter to play neutral as Buu or to do something else would be better, especially when you could just use Donut or an Oki, and even if they reflect, you're like plus 20 something.
Mm,
Anyway,
yeah. So what do you think about like overall like the way the community is right now? This is actually one of the first questions I have here. Like what is your stance on how strong the DBZ community is currently?
You
I
go
think
first?
there's
You want to go first?
Oh yeah, go ahead first.
Oh, I mean, you can go first. I'm trying not to be mean, but yeah, I can't like my thing about the community, and this has always been my gripe for like kind of basically all of last year, almost last year, because we had some points where we were really on point, but it's like nobody move on the community unless something happens, and then it's a bandwagon effect. It's nobody like really having their own personal type of opinion or trying to do something for the community or something with the meta or something there. Somebody will say something and then immediately 30 more people just jump on and bandwagon and like just essentially dick ride. And they'd be like, yo, what's your opinion for yourself? I literally never see anybody else's opinion except for a few. Now, there are people that do have their own opinions and I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not trying to diss on nobody.
Now
However,
speak
it's
your
like,
mind, speak your mind, speak your mind.
no. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying like the reality is that we in the situation we in with the game, and either we gonna try to do something for the game or we gonna let go of the game. Now, a lot of people, including myself, I had this problem a lot, but I stopped. We'd be like, nah, this game is trash. I'm not playing this shit. Da da da. Whole time we really still playing the game. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop that narrative go because we know how trash the game is in the sense of what it is right now. It has good things, but it also has bad things. And do what we're gonna do for the game, or just let the game die out. Because a lot of you guys that talk big shit on Twitter, kind of
Yes.
trash, then just bandwagon. They'd be like, yo, why are you bandwagon? Because you're kind of trash. Like real shit. The top players are gonna have the top player opinions because they actually accomplished something. A lot of everybody else who just be talking shit in the comments to be like, yo, bro, if you're not even like kind of nice, why are you even talking? Because you're a part of the problem in a sense. I like what you're doing, Daniel, because you specifically right now, I'm not gonna lie, you've kind of been carrying the weight of the community on our side, the U.S. side. I can't really speak on the French side or the West Coast, but as far as the East Coast side, you got people in tune still with Dragon Ball. There's still discussions. Like you're making it happen through your discussions and your tweets. If we didn't have that, we'd be in a lot more trouble. So yeah, I feel like the community right now, we kind of in a tough spot right now. Like I understand people mad about rollback. They gotta wait, but we got 3 more months left, 2 more months left. So we gotta, what we gonna do? We gonna cry for 2 months, or we gonna sit here?
Yeah, I will cry
Okay.
for 2 months. Thank you for that.
What's your thoughts, Acoustics?
My thoughts. All right,
Yeah.
so I've always been of the opposite camp of basically not. I don't want to say opposite camp, but so J-Bo brought up the fact that people will say the game is ass and still play it. I'm different. I won't say anything about the game being ass, but I will cease to play it. One of the things people notice, if you notice about me, I don't bad talk games, right? I want this to happen. If it happens, that'd be great. If it doesn't happen, it's like a shorty that I hit up. Like if we don't vibe,
We don't
I'm gonna move on to we don't
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah,
All right, bet. Yeah,
that's
like
just
y'all know,
facts. It's just
I
the
don't.
fact.
I'm not gonna spend my time bad math in Dragon Ball if what I want for the game to accomplish is not accomplished. Which is why like people ask like, Koustics, where's the Dragon Ball stream? Nigga, you have lost your mind if you think I'm playing DBFZ online, right? Especially as someone who now I play games very good online. I play fucking League of Legends and I play Overwatch 2. If you see those like the last 2 games I've just been playing on my stream. I think those games are amazing. You want me to go back to play online Dragon Ball? I just don't think you like me at that point. I genuinely think you hate me. That has to if you tell me yo run the set online, I'm gonna assume you and me have beef. Because
Off rip?
yeah,
Off rip?
if you are
Not
my
you have
friend,
beef.
yeah, if you are
Not
my
you have
friend,
beef. Nah.
we have
No,
that.
that's
Because if you're
different.
my friend, you would know better than that. Especially, I think I know that I'm privileged because I live in New York. In New York, if I want to catch an offline set with a good player, I could go around the block and there'll be
You can
someone
hit
in the
it.
top 50. Like it's too easy. So I guess because I'm in that state, I understand. Like I understand because I'm privileged like that. I don't need to keep playing
Yo,
online.
Brad, bless. Sorry,
So
sorry to cut you off. Bless up,
yeah,
Brad. Thank you for the raid.
yeah. Is that? Shouts for the raid, right? And so I don't feel the need to rush that. So I just don't get into these arguments online about the community like likes and dislikes. Cause like if I've said my piece once, I don't like being a broken record. I don't like continuing to respond to the same thing over and over. If y'all niggas are constantly arguing about the same thing over and over, best believe I'm the first person to tune out, to just zone out. I play games because I like them, right? It just so happens now I kind of have a career out of it because games are starting to pay a young brother.
Wait, so
But
so sorry.
yeah,
So then, what do you say to the people who constantly badmouth the game but boot up on a day-to-day basis?
if you badmouth the game and then proceed to boot up, you have mental illness. You have a mental illness.
Let
You
the
are
pain go, bro.
you
Let it go, you know?
if you
Let it
That's
go.
OD.
I'm
That's
Let the
sorry.
pain go.
You were legitimately just as bad as a League of Legends player, and they're
no,
some of
my
the
God.
worst in the world when it comes to this. If you say, "Yo, this game is garbage," and then I see you play a first to 20 against someone online,
Yeah, that's
I,
crazy. That's crazy.
that's insane. And you know what's crazy? The same people will say, "Yo, yeah, I hate this game," and then I'll see you motherfuckers enter Neo's tournament and then bums back to back. That is
Who you
ridiculous.
calling out? Who you calling out, Koustics? You never been somebody hold your tongue.
Oh,
Who is it?
oh no, there's so many niggas like
Somebody
that.
said that was Kite. Where's Kite? I'm
Damn.
crying.
Nah,
But Kite would tell you though. Kite would tell you.
No.
Kite would tell you.
Kite got it the worst. Kite will say the game is ass and then proceed to come to Posey's crib from Connecticut to the Bronx and then play. No.
So wait, hold on, time out. We're not gonna do no Kite slander.
Yeah,
So,
Kite's he's an honorary
but
member, bro.
and Kite's defense, right? In Kite's defense, right? He says that kind of how you were saying earlier, like you go around the block because you're privileged, like you just play a top 50 player, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Kite has said it before that he doesn't have that privilege as to, oh, I have Nitro who lives down the block, or I have Posey, I have Pratt, I have all these people that are within an hour of drive, less than that, right? He doesn't have that privilege. So Kite coming down from Connecticut to New York is like, this is the only time I can train. That's dedication. So I understand like his passion and love for the game. He actually wants to improve and get better and be the best. Like I understand.
So when he says he hates it, I gotta say you trolling.
He hates it temporarily for that moment because something random happened. How about that?
He's just salty at that time. That's all it is. Just salt.
The salt talk. Yeah, but you know what? You know, I'll skip over to it. So, you know, the beef's been brewing. You know, people have been ducking, right? You know where I'm going with this. Wait. We'll talk about that in a second. Hold on. I gotta ask the appropriate questions, right? So how do you feel about like players ducking smoke overall? They talk crazy and then they hide their hand.
Pussy. Big pussy boy energy.
How does Jerry say from Tom and Jerry? Pussy.
If you this the one thing I hate, right? Don't call out someone and then duck a nigga, right? Ghost Prime, it's different. You want to play me online when you live in New York. That's not me ducking you. That's you bugging. What I said.
You don't care about me.
Even Sasuke will play me offline in person, nigga. You are underneath the tier list of Sasuke right now. Imagine how that sounds, bro.
That's OD.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right,
but back to the question. Go ahead.
For me, back to the question, right? If I'm gonna play someone, right? If I'm gonna talk shit about someone, I'm immediately gonna play them. I'm not gonna talk shit that could be handled. Pred, I know you ain't just asking.
He did.
That's crazy.
Yo, he hit you with the scandalous. Oh
nigga,
my
I just took 150 off that nigga literally like last week. You're actually trolling, and it was 5-1. Actually insane, Pred. All right, bro.
Close the chat, Koustics. They're gonna tilt you. They're gonna tilt you.
Just in case, let me close this shit, bro. These niggas gonna make me lose my mind. All right. But anyway, so yeah, no. If I'm gonna talk shit about someone, especially if I'm gonna talk shit about their skill level, I need to either be able to back it up, or like I'm just trolling. I hate that shit. Like don't call me ass, right? If you won't play me at all. Don't call me ass if you're not gonna play me.
Well, we know you like the money mask because we seen it.
Yep.
Wait, so then I gotta ask. Then I gotta ask Koustics, right? So when Lex Luthor drops the diss track, when he tells,
what do you mean?
No, when he says, what did he say? He said, tell that guy go to bring a vest. What did he say to Enzo?
Yeah, pull it up.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
That's Lex Luthor, nigga, the GOAT.
Wait, let me pull up the exact line.
Oh yeah, Punk versus Koustics was hilarious. That shit is still hilarious to this day. Ooh.
He says that boy that nice in gears bring the green like a Geico, right? When he says this, these are money matching words, right?
100%. 100%.
So I gotta ask you ahead of time, right? These two people have to play. You know, they're gonna be here over the weekend.
Yes.
For Angelic 8. Give me your honest thoughts, both of you guys. What do you guys think about whether it's a money match, an exhibition, or whatever? Give me your
Um,
takes.
I'll go first on this one. I got Enzo winning the overall set.
First to
I
7.
do first to 7. I do got Enzo winning the set. I do believe that Double L will shock him in certain things. I don't know because Enzo hasn't really commented on it like fully. Well, he has actually on the last podcast. I lied. I was there.
Last week,
I
yeah.
was there.
All
The
right,
thing about it is that I think in a tournament set, like let's say we're going to the World Tour and we're playing, I think Enzim got Double L because I've never seen Double L on that platform. But in a long set, I still personally think Enzim would win, but I think that it would be a good set because I don't think Double L will go out like people would think he would go out. I think it'll be a very close set because of the way Double L's play style, and then it's a long set. So that's my opinion on it.
Okay, Koustics.
All right, for me, right? This is what I believe. What's up? Thank you. For me, I believe 100% in a first to 2, Double L can potentially rob Enzim. Double L might be one of the strongest first to 2 players of all time in DBFZ, right? And my man has every online. He has made almost every online tactic you could think of, right? This is the master. He was playing online, offline before y'all even knew what that was.
He was
right?
putting delay on offline tournaments for those that don't know.
He did that before?
Yes.
That's crazy. That is actually
That's
absurd.
Double L. Show some respect, nigga. Show some respect. All right, that was one of the gelts. Right? First to 7 though, I ain't gonna lie. Enzim probably put that nigga in a body bag.
I think the same thing. I think I don't think it'll be a body bag.
I think it's
a body bag, like a 7-2 body bag.
7-2 is what I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 7-2, 7-3. Yeah.
7-2 is a body bag to me.
That is a body bag. You're right.
That is a body bag. There's no way you think 7-2 is not a body bag.
Nah, see, like the way I view it is that.
What you view it? Let me hear this.
No. I think players. No, real. I think players like Lex and Axize, these kinds of players, I think they get downplayed too often to the point that people think they're actually not good. They just see what they're doing on the screen when they're playing in tournaments.
Hold on. Before you continue with that,
go ahead.
I did not think Lex is bad. I think he has a play style that, while unique to the game, does not work against the highest level of player, and I think that's been shown and proven at certain times.
Is Lex not a high level player?
Lex is okay. Let me say this: Lex is high level player, not world class. I will say that he is not a consistent high level player.
Oh,
okay. He's an inconsistent high level player, not world class though.
But he's able to beat high class players, world class players, or no?
He is able to beat mid level high level players. I do not think he can be anyone at a world level. I think Enzim is clearly approaching the world level, especially after what he did with Wade. Because this is probably like the strongest version of Wade in the game right now. And the way he kind of babied that nigga over in Iceland was kind of ridiculous.
So, like, last week, right? I mean, Wade has commented before, like, he didn't play his best that weekend, whether you want to give him the OS or not, right? But Enzim also mentioned that from his overall terms of skill, he played like at a 6 max, like his actual potential. He didn't play his full game plan. Like, he didn't play Enzim Dragon Ball. I don't know how you want to take that grain of salt with it, but those were his words. He was saying that he didn't play the best optimal way he possibly can in tournament. But was that to say that Lex isn't able to beat him in a set? Lex has proven himself multiple times. Like, he won multiple tournaments over and over, like for streaks in a row. I just think overall people forget about his streak in Dragon Ball.
That's a lot of the players in the community though. If you're not like big on the content creation wise, you're not on the Dragon Ball what's the name? If you're only doing like some tournament every once in a while, they'll think that like, oh, you're not this top player and not everything. So like me and Koustics, we know like I feel like Koustics understands even better. Like you and Koustics, because you guys are there in person. I have to watch it from like streaming from home, but I'm actually in tune. For the people that's out of tune, they might not know much about Double L, but people in the community that are in tune with the community, they know who Double L is. But I just agree with Koustics about Enzim that I feel like even right now, I was watching Enzim and Hook play yesterday. It's just like it seems like Enzim really on point right now, and I'm not sure about Double L. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. I think he's a really good player. I just don't know if, like Koustics said, that play style is gonna work in a long set versus Enzo. I'm not sure. I don't think it would.
You don't think this has
Yeah.
to do anything with like recency bias?
I don't think
Uh,
recency bias because we've seen, even if you want to say recency bias, we've seen him at a point where he did not perform well to a point where he did perform well. So even recency bias is in his favor as well because we've seen him also lose as well just to see him upgrade. So it's kind of like, damn.
I mean, and it's also, is it recency bias if you're allowing? I mean, so recency bias is referring to an overall term of like kind of changing your entire perspective on a player. But if a player is just performing better now, that's not recency bias. That's more of the player just consistently getting better. I don't think there's a disagreement that Inzum is just getting better, right? I think clearly that there's some part of that is absolutely true.
Yeah, he's been improving a lot. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, but then the problem is for Double L, right? Double L has always been a player who's made top eights,
He's been
and then
consistent.
he's been consistent, right? And then it doesn't seem like anything has changed from that. Like there's nothing about Double O like suddenly winning tournaments now. It's just like he seems to still be in that same position he was when he started the game, where he's a name, a very strong local name, that continues to perform well, but doesn't do anything at a higher level. Like he got, I don't know, has Double L been to any of like the majors, like CEO,
I
Combo
mean,
Breaker, any of those?
Like
no,
bums, you can count,
yeah,
you
the
count
last
bums.
one was it
You
Heatwave or
count Bones,
BB?
but that's him still staying local. And
Well,
that's
okay,
Yeah, but
about
I feel like
one
that's still a big though because all the
it
top
is
players
big.
were here.
It is big. It is
So one of the things, I think it was Kite who brought it up. He mentioned, does Lex really have to travel if the people are traveling to him?
Yes, yes.
Like he got fifth. He got fifth at BBB, right? So all the international players, all the French players, they're coming here to the states to play against him, and he's still getting fifth. A lot of people don't remember that he got fifth at BBB, right?
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
remember.
do I really have to travel if the best players of the world are coming to my state, to my local, to my event, and I'm beating them or playing against them and still
So
placing top eight?
let me tell you
Go ahead,
why he needs to travel, right? Because now he's only shown himself the ability to perform at home. But to be
Right.
a stronger overall player, you need to be able to perform in multiple situations. Inzem performed in Iceland. I don't know how many niggas are in Iceland, but I promise you it is not a lot. And what Inzem is, what, a city kid? And I'm pretty sure he's from some fucking city or something, right? So he's clearly in like an uncomfortable position, and he's still winning, right?
Well, no, he can't. He
Same
can't
with
actually. No, because
where's he
Enzo
from?
was mentioning last. He's from I think the Carolinas, but
Okay.
he was mentioning last week that he's been used to this. He's been doing this since forever,
Oh
since
wait, yeah.
years.
Inzem is a
He's
bad
been-
example.
Yeah.
Inzem is a bad
definitely, yeah.
example because he's been a competitive player for years.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
use a more strong example, Zayn. This is like Zayn's first pop out year, and he traveled over to Europe. And mind you, his situation is even more because Zayn isn't as outgoing as like me, right? Like me or you, we already knew the French. We've partied with them niggas, drunk with them, and then there's no West Coast support in person there for Zayn as well, and then he still manages to win UFA. That is a showcasing that shows even in a very uncomfortable situation, that's a high level player. Lex has never been in that situation where he's been overseas, no support, and then performed like that.
So you're saying in the terms of Zayn, where Zayn came out essentially, quote unquote, alone, right, from the
Yes.
West Coast. He doesn't have any West Coast homies with him.
He had no one from the West Coast with him. And mind you, you saw how ham the French were going on wanting this nigga to lose. They were playing drums in my face.
I had the drums
Right?
too. Don't forget, I had the drums too.
Exactly. These niggas was
They was playing
chanting.
drumline. That was drumline, you guys.
Dude, you don't understand. It was so much. It was a lot.
That's crazy. It was an NBA championship out
They
there.
draped me in a flag. This
Oh.
insanity.
I know you was like, yo.
I've never been so more happy to see the French lose their own event than that night. Oh my god! But that's beside the point.
Insane.
Yeah, but Lex has never been in that type of situation.
Yeah, that's them nerves, boy.
So
The
you don't
nerves.
think so? Okay, you don't think he'll be able to handle that same spotlight?
We don't know. That's the problem. I can't say you're better if I don't know.
Okay. So what about players like I was mentioning Axe earlier. I brought him up earlier. Do you think Axe would be able to perform in those situations?
Can't say the same. The
You
same ship,
can't
I believe.
saying
No, I can say I love Access to Death. He wouldn't be able to perform in those same situations though.
why? Wait, why are you saying that? Why? I'm confused. I thought you would say the same thing for Lex since you haven't seen him
So
outside the
Axe has
state.
admitted like part of the reason why he doesn't like travel or go out to those other or like other events is he doesn't like big crowds. Like I'm pretty sure like you've heard Axe say this
Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh
So like
yeah, I understand now. I see what you're saying.
yeah, like he's already admitted he doesn't like hyper competitiveness to a certain point, and then he doesn't like big crowds. So like he's already admitted that it's in like high pressure situations like that he wouldn't do well. I think part of the reason why he ended up like even at BBB, I know he got top 8, but like there are some times where you like saw nerves would actually get to him, and I think that's like one of the reasons why he didn't perform as strong as I think he could. But it's like a mentality thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not meant for everybody.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I can respect that. Then my follow up question is like,
Mhm.
who do you think is one of those players who are up and coming who is actually nasty?
It's nasty. Like
Yeah.
up and coming. Like what do you mean? Because
Like they started playing and all of a sudden like let's say like a Lord Different, for example, right? He hasn't been in the
what?
scene for that long. He hasn't been in the scene for that long. But when he goes to
My
AOC,
bad.
he's up.
Oh, don't be rude. He actually is kind of
Yeah,
OG.
my bad. I mean, last time we
Don't
played
do you
each
ain't gonna, I'm
other,
not gonna let you do the homie like that.
he lost to me. He lost to me offline in tournament last time we played each other. So
Oh,
Wow,
different.
this is
I mean, yeah,
crazy.
but you gotta. Is that his first
And
offline?
so,
I don't know.
what does that mean to you? Because I say that's a stain on his record, not mine.
I have to say, like, I told you lose to me, right?
It's a
I,
stain.
That's true,
I'm the
Koustics. I didn't lose to you. That's true.
I'm the gatekeeper between you being the top of mid level at minimum. If you can't beat me, you should not think of yourself as a true competitive player of Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh my god. Is okay. So yeah, but who is that player who you think is like next up?
Next up,
Yeah.
are we talking like people who've been playing for at minimum only like at maximum 1 year, or can we
No,
do
no,
like the
no, no.
2 year?
Overall,
Oh,
like people who you see like, yo, they kind of making a breakthrough right now. Like this finally. Who are those players?
100%. 100% has to be funny enough, and this is going to shock you. I guess it would have to be Jake Ryan,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
Because remember, Jake is one of the few people can say he beat Zayn in tournament,
That's
right?
true. At that festival, wasn't it?
It was at the festival. He beat Zayn in tournament.
That's
Right? He beat
facts.
Zayn. He beat Zayn and Alekovich. I think on West Coast, like Jake and Alekovich have started picking up their slack, right? Over here on like East Coast, like 100%, you got to say Nitro. Um,
But Nitro's not up and coming, right? Like Nitro's
you
good.
know, that's what I'm saying. So Nitro would be technically up and coming in terms because remember he's only had what
Well, no, I think the
Dragon Ball?
question. I think you you got the question wrong. He's saying like not out of the people we already know. He's saying like people that are up
The
and
people we
coming
don't
that
know.
nobody don't know. Yeah, like
Yeah. The people.
I think
some new people.
Muffin is a good example. Then.
Okay, Muffin. Okay. Yeah, Muffin is
Muffin's
valid.
OD right now. I'm not gonna cap. He's definitely OD. But
Yeah.
Muffin's from when I went to Heat Wave and I spoke to Muffin. Muffin at that time wasn't sure if he really even wanted to play the game. He was trying out Skullgirls, just like trolling around and shit.
These niggas
So
aren't ready
to
for
see
Skullgirls.
that he was playing the game now is like yeah. He's definitely on rising up and going to another level. I could answer your question, Daniel, but it's kind of hard because it's been kind of like a really stale in the part of tournaments and everything. Like you got the
Has it
Neos
been
every once in a
stale?
while.
Has it been stale?
Maybe I'm just not in tune, and you can correct me. But like, if I don't really count like the New York scene because it's always New York. Like we see them play all the time.
No, I'm
all
saying
the
like we
plays
have
there.
multiple majors this year. Yeah, Frosters,
talking about,
Combo
like-
Breaker, Evo. We have multiple
Okay,
majors.
so you're talking about we're talking about offline in general all year of 2022.
Yeah. The whole year,
Okay, so I gotta think
2022.
then. Hold up.
Like
Yeah, I
those,
gotta think.
like the Muffins are like even Nitro gave Muffin his props at Posey's house, right? Like there's players getting their props that are
Well,
just.
I would say Kite then. Then I would definitely say Kite. Kite is definitely up and coming. He's been performing well at majors. I know he wants to perform better, but I would see Kite. I would say Muffin. I would say Cater. Cater did really good at Heatwave. Um, Hikari, but Hikari's banned. But Hikari definitely did good at Heatwave as well.
Is
My little
Complex?
homie
Wait,
Hikari.
is Complex up there? Is Measy?
Measy. I
I think Complex is up there, but not for Dragon
yeah.
Ball. I think
DNF,
for
he's definitely up there.
DNF,
He's that
ridiculous.
guy. Yeah, he's definitely up
Okay.
there.
He's 100% that guy at DNF.
I don't think he takes Dragon Ball fully serious. I think he just plays it for fun on the side while he do
Hey
DNF.
man,
But
you
as far
feel
as
me?
DNF,
I'm a content creator, and I did it to him last week. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? I'm a content creator.
yeah, definitely on his
Well,
DNF. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not.
it's like those like those group of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I don't know if I would agree with the Measy take. I feel like Measy just been really consistent for the past couple of years.
Oh, so
Last
you
2 years.
would say like he's not up and coming. He's already set his name in stone.
Yeah, Measy
Okay,
has
okay, I
been
see what you're saying.
a consistent player for the betterment of 2 years now.
Don't forget when Measy used to be wait, did his shit used to be the Muffin Man anyway? When that
Yeah,
nigga
he-
was,
when
The original Muffin.
he
was
Man.
the
original
He was the original Muffin Man.
What was it? When he was entering
Muffin Man.
calm all week, when he was entering calm
Yeah, he
every
was
week,
calm. He was the original
he was playing.
Muffin Man.
He was playing as Measy, right? But he would lose second place, third place, whatever. Once he changed his alias to Muffin Man to change who he really
Yeah, I
is,
love
instead of
that
playing
he's being funny.
Jiren, Kid Buu, whatever the hell he was playing. Corn Muffin was the name. Yeah. All of a sudden he broke through, right? Like that name held him back. Like, oh my god, people know that is me playing, and there's a different kind of pressure. So Measy broke through during the COVID era, right? He's one of the players who broke through the COVID era, which is another thing that leads me to it. We were talking about this before. Do names scare you, Koustics? Koustics?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up?
All right, sorry. No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. I said, do names scare you?
Hell the fuck no. I could care less about these people's names. I'll tell people your name don't mean shit to me. What the fuck? That's supposed to mean. Ooh, his name is. I say after the time, these players will literally be losing to the name. That's one of the reasons I get so angry. Is because I've seen players literally they'll play a certain play style the minute they're facing someone whose name they don't know, and then the minute they go against someone else, it's like, oh shit, what can I do now? I guess I better switch up. This definitely won't work on him, nigga. Just do it, bro. Stop
But-
being
but
scared
that's-
of a player's name, bro.
But that's their mental side, right? So, like,
I
what do
don't
you
give a
say?
fuck. You know how, nigga, we've seen Pred raw tag out of block strings for 3 years because this nigga has no defense, and niggas are still just letting that rock.
Whoa, Fred got robbed from Cali's award ceremony. Fred has really good active defense. Let him rock.
Oh, yeah, good active defense. You know what that shit is called?
A
Not
raw tag.
blocking, nigga.
Raw tag.
This nigga has raw tagged his way through so many watches. That shit is insane, and niggas just let him get away with it because they're scared that. But it's Pred. But it's Pred.
That's Fred. That's Fred with 2 Y's. It's legendary Fred.
Oh my bad. Niggas are still letting fucking. They're still letting Lex call a Ginyu assist and then immediately vanish from him, despite you knowing he's going to do that every single time.
But would it be the Lex special if he didn't do it around start?
That's crazy. You right. My bad, bro.
But what do you say? What do you say to those players that are losing to the name? Like, how do you help their mental? I know we touched on it like 2-3 weeks ago, but briefly, real quick again. Like,
Bro, I told them stop being a bitch.
what does that mean? What is that? You got to break it down though. What does that mean?
Let me break it down.
I know what it means, but break it down.
You know what it means. I know J-Bo definitely knows.
Yeah.
For 100% gotta know what this shit means.
But to the
Let me tell you-
to the
let me
others,
tell
to
you
the people that don't know.
For everyone else who has symptoms of being a bitch, right? Symptoms of being a bitch
But not
fear.
limited to. But not
include, but are not limited to fear, missed inputs, not running your game plan, like suddenly thinking of every scenario not going in your favor. I've seen people suddenly they'll hope for better scenarios in like certain rock paper scissors situations, and then they'll just cease to do it against other players because they're like, "There's no way this will go in my favor if I do that." No, it's called rock paper scissors for a reason.
So
For
let me ask you a question,
reason.
Koustics, and this is my take on it.
Uh-huh.
Most people that are kind of bitch made, I don't really even call you a bitch. I call you bitch made because I don't want to offend you. You could be bitch made in a video game.
This is
Yeah,
OD
bitches
right
are
now.
OD.
This is
Do
OD.
you- I'm just saying, do you think that it is a knowledge thing? Because a lot of these people, they be saying shit, and I be like, yo, bro, you're wrong. Like, that's not right at all. And I be sitting there looking at people like, no. I play certain people, and they'll be like, oh, no, you're just mashing here, or you're negative here. I'm like, nah, bro, like, that was incorrect. Like, you're actually wrong. I feel like a lot of people, they get scared because they boost their ego off of playing people in casuals, playing people that they can beat. And when they get to that next level, it's like, damn, I'm about to get exposed because I really don't know how to handle this shit. So that's why I'm scared of a Nitro, and that's why I'm scared of a top player because I really don't know how to even comprehend their playstyle. I feel like niggas just be kind of pump faking. Like, let me pump fake. I'm nice. I'm talking da da da. And then when you get in front of that nice player, oh shit, he's about to fuck me up. Like, I don't know how to block that. I don't know what a 50-50 is. I don't know what rock, paper, scissors is. I don't know that it's not my turn here. So it's not smart for me to do something. I don't know. Oh, it's a frame trap. He's trying to bait out my guard cancel. Some niggas just play the game. And I watch in the community. I watch a lot of people on the low. I lurk a lot. I'm like bum in a sense with the lurking shit when I watch streams. I watch people play and I be like, bro, no, you're never gonna get good if you're just blaming shit and you don't actually know that you're actually wrong in a situation. And a lot of people, in especially this community, they just don't have the knowledge and they just get scared. They freeze up when it's time to get exposed. They think they something they not.
Okay. So you would say that these players have like inflated egos to an extent.
To an extent, because I have an ego too. I don't care what anybody says. I have an ego, but I like my ego because you know why? I would never be bitch made. You could be the best player in the world. I like,
Let
fuck,
'em know.
let's play. I'm not scared of you, nigga. Who are you? Because at the end of the day, I got to go home and you got to go home. That's how I take it. Like,
There you
yeah, he
go.
might be the best player in the world, but you going to do, you want to live your life. I'm going to do lead. So who really cares if you're the best player in the world? Because if I beat you, then I'm that nigga. So now I'm even more motivated to beat you because I know how good you are. Some
So
other
that
people just don't have that confidence in themselves. Put your
okay.
balls on these niggas' heads. That's what I say. Pause. And actually, no pause. Put your balls on their heads.
What?
Like, I'm so serious. You got to think like that. Like,
Let
who
'em
is this
know.
nigga? Like, who are you talking to? I'm him. You got to say these things,
What?
bro.
Yep, he's
What?
spitting. He's
I'm just being
spitting.
honest, though. That's how I think, though. That's how I
Wait,
think.
okay,
Pause. Pause, but yeah.
okay, bring it back real quick. The pause into the no pause combo is crazy. So okay. So when it comes down to players that play this game religiously or whatever, um, where do you think the community fails in terms of accountability? Like when does that player actually be like, yo, I'm the one that's bad. I'm the one who messed up. No, I should have not matched there. Why did I do
I
this?
know how.
When
I know
do
how, Daniel.
when do these
Mm.
players take accountability?
I know how.
Let's go Koustics first and then J-Bro. Let's do that.
What, me?
Acoustics,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can say the same thing I'm about to say, Acoustics. I feel like you're about to say the same exact thing I'm about to say.
What you mean, bro? All right, so let me tell you where niggas fail, right? The minute they start blaming, right, the character choice. All right, you go to character select, you have the ability to choose the same exact character the nigga next to you is picking. All right, that's number one. Number two, when you number two, it's because you don't know shit about the game. I'm gonna be real with you, right? You could be going to a nigga metaphor such as my own. And I can help teach you the basics of
Not
Dragon
the
No.
Ball.
plug, not the
You know
plug
what
in the
I'm saying?
middle.
You know what I'm saying? As an official coach of Metafy, book you a session at Acoustics. I just have to say, people lose at a lack of knowledge, right? And then you assume too much of your opponent. All right, my dad used to say one thing. He used to say, assuming just makes an ass out of you and me. And the first thing you do is assume your opponent is good, and you overthink it, right? Autopilot first, see if they can deal with layer one, layer two, and then adapt accordingly. Right? There's so much time in a match of Dragon Ball Fighters that you do not need to rush these adaptations or these assumptions that y'all have. All right? J-Bar, I probably didn't say whatever you were going to say, to be honest. So you just
Nah,
going to have to let.
you were actually nice. That was actually really good though.
Oh, yeah, let
I
these niggas
appreciate you
have it, though.
saying.
Yeah.
I
Go
mean,
ahead,
okay,
J-Bro.
so no, for real, everything Acoustic said is very important. However, I am one person that I feel running the set and running a money match is very important in destroying somebody's ego. I
Oh,
have
Okay.
done it to
100%.
all of you niggas.
Okay.
Oh,
I've done money
yes.
matches 3 in the morning on this community. You know why? Because niggas be
Mhm.
saying something to me. I'll be like, all right, so put your money up. And when I say put your money up, I'm understanding that the online conditions are the way the online conditions are. It's not about the online conditions. It's about winning. So I'm gonna show you that I'm him. A lot of you that had that where your money on the table. I'm not talking about Bum donating the money for you. I'm talking about you putting your money up. You send your money to Bum, and he has your money. He has your opponent's money, and you run it with that person you've been running your mouth with. A lot of you would just talk and then not run the money match. If you see it, a lot of players in Bum, when Bum was hosting like every week, I know Bum got a lot going on, so I'm not, shout out to Bum, he's that guy. You've seen the players interact more. You've seen that weekly beef. We don't have that a lot in the community right now because a lot of people either travel, and the most people that travel don't money match like that, besides behind the scenes, or they play online. So when you play somebody online, it means something that you beating them, but it don't really mean nothing until like you take their money or you see them offline.
All right, so
A
hear me.
lot
Hear
of
me.
you
This
guys
this this
gotta
this
run that.
Now
this.
I'm gonna be honest. Wait. Before we move on,
Go ahead.
he is absolutely right. Cause I remember I used to be the online demon. 3 a.m. in Bum's crib, I'll take 3 matches a night.
I remember that on
Yo,
PlayStation 4 HOCs. I
on
remember that.
PlayStation 4 HOT saying run that shit. And you know what? This was before niggas was donating to cover those matches. So I was betting a phone bill sitting right there.
Yeah.
Talking about shit. Let's
Nah,
go.
I remember. No, I was gonna add to that actually, Koustics. So
Go ahead.
listen to my point of view, right? Let's say for example, I want a money match at J-Ball, right? Just an example, right? Why am I fearful of losing? Like theoretically, if I want to money match J-Ball, I can put whatever amount because I'm confident in myself. This is how I view it. Right. If I'm going to money match J-Ball, it's because I already know that I have a 99.99% chance of winning. Otherwise, I wouldn't take that money match at all.
Right.
Granted, now after saying that, I'm okay with putting $1,000 on the table, 2,000, 3,000, whatever number you say, I'm okay with putting that up because I'm the one who wants the money match you. So I shouldn't be afraid. That's why when I say when people be like, "Oh, I don't want to bet with money that I don't have," is like.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Don't you believe in your own skill as a player?
It's no
fear. So it shouldn't be an issue because if anything, you're just making free money. Mm-hmm. Nah, am I bugging? If I'm bugging, say I'm bugging. If I'm bugging, say I'm bugging.
Why do you think? Like, I'm not gonna lie, Bum used to like really get on me after I lost in comp to somebody I knew I was supposed to win. I'm like, nah, nigga, you want money match me right now? And Bum be like, why are you always money matching fellas? I'm like, nah, because it's like I feel like you're a fluke. I don't feel like you're really nice. Put your money up because I know I'm going to take your money, and that's it. But you know how you say that, Daniel? It goes back to the ego part. Just as fast as I can put up my money and I know I'm going to win, what happens when I lose? I have to hold that shit. Yeah. I have to go get better now. And that's what a lot of people don't do in this community and why this happens. You have to hold that shit. When you lose the money match, after you talk all that shit, you got to hold that. And we need that in this community because a lot of people have the egos, they this or whatever, but they don't run that set where it matters. And then now it's like, damn, I lost. Shit, I got to get roasted and everybody got to roast me in the chat for a little bit, about a week or two. And then you get your run back and you get nice. And that's how, community becomes community.
Okay. So, okay. So then, how do we increase as us, you, me, right? How do we increase the competitive drive of the game? What can we do as a community to actually be like, damn, no, I want to money match this guy this week, this guy next week, etc., etc. How do we increase that drive altogether?
Let J-Bo go first.
You want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to the ones that have been doing it. Like I said, you, Neo, Khalil, a few of them that are still running the tournaments, even though we're in a very period. A lot of people don't want to play the game. Shout out to you guys because you guys have been holding it up together, Damascus as well, because those consistent tournaments is something we need back. I feel like when Bum comes back, there's going to be a big shift because the storylines are going to start coming back. Everybody's going to want to play that first tournament and everything. I just feel like it has to change in the mindset first. Just like earlier what Koustics was saying, people will complain like, oh, Yasha team's beating me. I do it all the time. I complain about it, but I just think niggas are carried. I don't care. I'm going to say that. However, it's like at the same time, I could play that team too. You have to put that recognition in your mind. Like, yes, the game is where it's at, but take it for where it is. I'm seeing people on my TL like, all right, fuck it. I'm about to pick up Gogeta Blue. I seen Cater say that shit today. Like, people like, fuck it. I want to win. So I'm going to play that shit. So people got to just change your mindset. The game is where it's at. Do you really want to win? If not, drop the game. Because me, I'm going to talk my shit regardless. Like, that's how I feel. And the community needs that shift. So what you're doing and what everybody's doing, and when Bum comes back, I feel like the community already has it. People just have to take advantage from it. And now you got to like, all right, game is where it's at. Lab coat's in the game. Fusion's just running this shit. Do what I got to do. If you don't want to play them, it's like, well, I understand you don't want to play them, but then you don't want to win too. Because if you can't win with what you got, obviously it's not working, right? Why?
I
Just saying.
disagree, but I disagree on that.
You say you disagree, but then you have Blue Gogeta on your team in lab coat.
No,
Interesting.
yes. But
All
it's
right,
like,
so
and I also play Vidal though. Hold on.
okay,
But what I
you are allowed that one pick.
Yeah, you can
because
change that up. If
No,
you
no,
really, if you really
no.
wanted
What I'm
to.
saying, okay, what I really want to get at is to the point of theoretically, if you're better than the opponent, like, because I truly believe players like the Wawas, the Yasha, the Nitros, they can literally pick random select and still smoke 90% of the cast, 90% of the players.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's why
that's
I say.
true. That's a world class player. So just to
But
say
yeah,
this,
go ahead.
like,
Go ahead.
world class players are allowed to do that just because they're better than the people around them. But if you know you're a mid and you're struggling at mid, why are you going to try to play some shit that you know is not going to work?
But it still won't work regardless.
You're fundamentally not better than the people around you. Why make your job harder? Listen, I tell people I legitimately I still enjoy fighters. I barely play it. When y'all see me play now, I'm either playing I'm playing Lab Coat, Red Gogeta, and Janeba. And I still be smoking niggas. Am I better at fighters than some people? Yes. Am I worse than some people? Also yes. Do the same niggas who be better than me be getting robbed because of my team choice? Sounds like a them problem. That's wild. That's wild.
For real,
bro. But is it a must? Like, do you believe in this current state? Do you have to be playing the fusions?
I will say this every single time. If you are not playing at least one of the fusions or Lab 21,
you're a clown.
You do not want to win. You legitimately, like, just logistically, mathematically, you do not want to win. Because if you look at any other player who wins tournaments, they have one of those characters on their team.
That team. And Daniel, for real, bro, I feel like people don't compensate. For example, I love Blue Kefla UI. I was like, I love playing that team. But after a while, I was like, all right, Blue Ku's ridiculous, right? But I need one of them if I want to really, like, you can win. Like what you asked before, when you asked Koustics before, yes, you can win. But the amount of difficulty and amount of things you have to do to win, is it really worth putting yourself through that by playing what you want to play or by compromising a little bit and be like, all right, I might play one of my characters like you, right? You play Videl, Gogeta Blue, and Labco. Videl is nice, but she's not like Fusion's nice. She's not a Gohan nice, right? However, that's your character. That's your personal character. That's you. Like, you're nice with that character. You know for a fact that with that character, you're hanging. Why not build around your favorite character with the two nicest shit in the game, or some of the nicest shit in the game, whatever you want to do, and win? Yes, Wawa is doing it and everything, but guess what? This is the real last the same I'm about to say to everybody. You are not Wawa.
I need
Wawa. You are
not Nitro. You are not Pred. You are not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not you. Be realistic. And I understand it could be lame and anything, but this is what happens with the competitive nature. Well, you think the NBA, these players, that teams that were not three-pointer teams are now becoming three-pointer teams because they want to? No, a lot of them still want to play in the paint, but they got to play this three.
They're getting forced. But okay, so like when you mentioned earlier when you said that you see Inzin playing Hook last night, right? When you mentioned those things,
yeah,
and we noticed like the shift in gameplay when Hook switches back to his old team, the base Vegeta, Piccolo, Z, Broly.
Yeah,
and he's playing against Inzin's fusion main team, Blue Vegeta, Labco, Vegito, right? And we see her performing him. He even goes like on a 3-0, right? At a certain point, he goes 3-0 against him.
Yeah.
You don't think like those kinds of players, the Hooks of the world, right? You don't think that they can just play those kinds of teams, like really, really powerful teams, and
Hook's a world-class player.
Hey, you said Hook's a world like this multiple.
No, okay. But I'm saying like somebody that's not world-class, but almost there, like a Muffin, right? Because a Muffin beat Nitro, right? He beat Nitro and sent them to losers. Like this did happen.
Though.
Okay, what about okay? Somebody Adam brings on Shanks. Shanks is out here with Sal Janemba.
Shanks plays Janemba. which is an S tier character.
Janemba's
Right.
trash, but continue.
Oh, Janemba started lying ass shit.
Oh
But
my god,
okay.
you're trolling. You're
Okay,
trolling, but okay.
100%. Janemba is so ridiculous into people because niggas do not know how to call assist properly in this game, and as long as you know how to press down S, you can smoke. As long as you can press down S with Janemba, you can smoke. But anyway, yeah, no. So Shanks is one of those persons where he just has way better neutral than everyone else as well, right? And then people don't seem to realize, even though his team isn't cheap in the conventional sense, the minute he touches you, as long as he has one other assist, you're gonna get 50-50.
And then
You literally
you can't
get
downplay what he did before
yeah.
too. He's a world class player already.
Yeah.
He's done it season 1 through 3. He's a world class. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody you listed was world class players. Somebody asked, but Cook's a content creator, but Hook was also a world class player who won tournaments at
He
the
was
highest
also
level.
one of the first Americans to actually
The
beat
summit.
like Goichi.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So like once again, you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be, if you want to be known as that, you A, be as good as these players that we're listing out, or B, give yourself the tools to become as good as them. Because maybe you don't have the tools that you have with your current team because your skill level doesn't match that team to play that team. You might need something to help you understand that team more by playing the broken shit, so that now when you understand that highest level, now you're a winner. Oh, this is why I was not doing good with this team because I didn't know how to do A, B, and C. Because I'm still stuck to, oh, I want to play my team. I'm going to get good with my team. Well, it's not working because it's like you're playing the team for 4 years and you're not winning anything. That's how you got to think about it. If you're a competitor, if you're just a casual, then have fun, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So then what do you say to the players who do want to be world class, who do want to be amazing, and they're playing the fusions, they're playing the lab codes, and they want to be like, yo, I want to hang with the top players, but they're missing that one. They're missing that one thing.
Oh, I know exactly what you do, right?
What advice you
Book
give
you a
them
session
here?
on my Metafy. That's Koustics at metafy.gg, right? And we could turn you into a world-class player immediately. But nah.
Oh my god.
Shameless plug, bro. The shameless
The
plug.
shameless. The
link. Let me put the link in real quick. But anyway, right, if you really want to get better at the game, you have to be willing to do what it takes. You got to look over VOD. You got to review what you're doing wrong. You got to make
But
sure
Koustics,
you know.
I don't know how to look at my VOD. I look at it, I see me getting hit, but I don't know how to look at my VOD.
What if I told you I hold live review sessions to help you understand what you're looking at in your VOD? No, he's not. I told you, right? But no. So you need to understand, right? A lot of players don't realize what they do. You need to understand, why do you do what you do? I promise you, if you can figure that out first, automatically it will make you a better player at whatever game you're playing. Right? I went from bronze to gold in League of Legends in one season, literally because of, I just realized I need to know, why am I doing what I'm doing, right? I've gotten better at fighters by not playing it, just because I realize if I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, if I can bring that same mindset into approaching neutral or approaching people in pressure, it works with 100% better, right? If you're willing to take the time to review yourself, and then, because first you need to improve yourself before you focus on the opponent. Right? Sun Tzu even says this in the Art of War. He who knows himself will win 100 sudden battles. And something like that. You see some shit? So know yourself, and then you improve upon yourself, and then you focus on your opponent. And that's what people need to do, right? You need to be able to self-reflect, and it needs to be constructive self-reflection that actually improves you. You can't just look back and say, yo, what I just did right there was nasty, and that's it, right? You need to look at a situation where you got hit with 6M after someone already used all their lows, and ask yourself, why did I get hit right there? There was no other low. Why there was no other threat? Why did I get hit? Think about that.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, though, right? Because Enzim said last week as well. He was like, don't only study when you get hit, but also study when you get the hit. Why did you get that hit? What occurred? What happened in that match? What happened 15 seconds before that led you to this point, or to you getting that hit? I think a lot of players only look at, all right, I got hit by a stagger 5L here. Okay, cool. But they never look at when they're when their mix actually work. Why did this mix work this time? I went low 2 times in a row. Why did I go high the 3rd time and actually connect it? What made my opponent want to block? Did I do something differently that made him think for a second, oh, he actually might go low this time? Or anything along those lines. I think a lot of players fail to realize the goods and the bads about their gameplay overall. I think that can help them as well.
I agree. To add on, I think both of you have the most solid points, what you're saying. VOD review. I feel like a lot of players as well, just as fast as Inzum came in here the other day and was like offering his services, he was saying, listen, I'll run the set with you. He doesn't care. He wants to see everybody improve. You have to humble yourself in a sense. Allow yourself to be like, listen, I'm not him. I need to go with this person that is him, or somebody who knows him, or anybody who has that knowledge base, and literally break yourself down from point A to B. Sit in front of your screen, boot up lab. I wish this game had save states. It doesn't have save states, but do as best as you can. Get in your Discord, learn your characters over again, learn everything over again. And when you're gonna do that, you're gonna see like, oh, I might have missed this. Oh, damn, I didn't know how to do this. Or you can do this, because what's gonna happen is that your mindset, back to what you guys said, your mindset and everything has
You
to
funny
change.
as hell.
But everything else also. Why are you laughing?
Because he linked his Metafy. I was like,
no, he didn't. Also, book his Metafy. Book his Metafy. You get
book your session, become a champion.
oh my god.
Get it together. Is what I'm saying. And one thing that you always don't do is don't make excuses for yourself. That's where a lot of people fall short, and not just video games, but in life in general. Stop making excuses for yourself. Accept reality for what it is, and accept that you need to learn certain things. Because a lot of people be like, "Well, I got hit there, but that's not gonna really happen. It's online, or this or that." Nah, don't do that. Be realistic with yourself. Write down notes. Do anything that you need to do to be a constant reminder, and then have that discipline. Because discipline and being realistic is the 2 things that I feel you really need to improve. Not just video games, but in life in general as well.
You know, there's one thing I actually want to mention this. Like, so let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Right. So if I beat you online, right? Let's say I beat you 7-2 online, right? And you say you only beat me because it's online. What are the chances that at that point it beats me when we play offline? What are the chances?
All right, so low key, because this is Dragon Ball Fighters and how the netcode is, there is actually at least a 25% chance that if you did not completely bust his ass online.
But 7-2's bust ass though. 7-2's bust ass.
If you 7-2 the nigga online, at most, mathematically, right? They could potentially move up to a 7-4 or even a 7-5.
Exactly. It get close. It'll be closer, but you're still gonna lose.
No, I think I truly believe if I wash you, like I'm washing you.
Wash a nigga online, I don't think there's much that can change right there, right?
Yeah,
okay. Like I truly believe when players, the reason I bring this up, right, is because when players say, see me offline, but the score is 10-2. I'm like, there's not much that's gonna happen.
That's true. If the score is 10-2 online, nigga,
you just gotta hold that, bro.
You just gotta hold that.
You gotta hold that.
If the score is some shit like, oh, that shit was 10-9 or 10-8,
that's definitely debatable.
You can make an argument now, especially if they play some shit where like it's incredibly hard to punish a certain thing, right? It was the same with like playing people like season 1, like release UI. If someone beat you online with that, like 2-1, you can 100% make the argument that they might just lose offline, right? But if you lose 10-2, you wasn't going to win offline, brother. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Brother. You might get old.
You
might be worse.
It's okay. On the topic about battles, right? I need to know. I need to know this, Koustics. I need your hot takes.
Let me hear this. I'm ready.
For Friday, because Angelic is this weekend. Shameless plug, right? Since we're doing plugins right now. Angelic this Friday. January
to the fund as well.
Yes, January 6th. Okay, on this channel, on my channel. Okay, t.tv/whatDanieldo. You're gonna be here live. We're gonna have the 8 Angels playing. Okay, let me pull up the video real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna have the video real quick. Play that video, bro.
We're gonna have the 8 Angels playing.
We need that in 4K.
And what I want to ask you, Koustics, from the 8. Hold on, let me skip the Angels part real quick. From these 8 players, Enzim, Cali, Pred, Indra, Steve, Lex, Alucard, and Explicit. Who do you think is favored to win the tournament? First to 3,
Enzim.
double elimination. Enzim.
I got my money on Enzim.
No hesitation, no thought, just straight Enzim.
Yeah.
I got Enzim or Pred because I feel like Pred can always pull it out. Pause. Whoa.
Hey.
Yeah, bro. Bro. Damn, man.
What's going on, bro?
Somebody play that. Wait, let me play that. Let me play that J-Bo clip real quick. Hold on.
Go crazy.
That ain't me, bro. Like I've been saying, bro. I don't know who that is. This man is this.
That's not
me.
you.
That's not me.
That's how much your dick's in my mouth.
Listen, I don't know who said that.
Wait, hold on.
That wasn't me. However, yeah, Enzim or Pred. I'm actually excited, man. You got my boy Explicit in there. I haven't seen Explicit play. That's my man's. Hoping he do well. I like your lineup, man. So I'm actually rooting. I want to see Alucard do well. You gotta rig Enzim versus Double L at least once. Like I will pay. I don't care what you gotta do, but you gotta rig that.
For the rigor.
Listen,
I'm gonna have them.
What you gotta do, but you gotta rig that.
Round one. I'm gonna need you guys to play. I don't want one of them to lose round 1 and then they dodge each other. Nah, y'all playing round 1.
Yeah, I need to see that. I want that.
Low key. I could tell you a way to set it up to make sure they at least see each other in semis.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about just randomizing the bracket overall to BH. They just all randomized.
Yeah, that's dope too. Though. I mean, the 8 you have, any sets, all the sets are gonna be.
Do we randomize or do we select what matches we want to see?
Well, you see the thing about, right, so the demons had to be randomized because demons are chaos, right? But this is angelic 8. There should be order. You know what I'm saying? There should be order within these things.
Yo, Koustics, I got it. You can also, because if we're talking about the angels, we're in the church, right? If they want to donate or do a sub goal or something, they want to see a certain set, you can tithe on over to Mr. Daniel and his beautiful 8 angels here.
Exactly.
And
people have been holding it down.
Maybe you guys can see.
Shout out to all the people who have contributed to the funds, man. I really, really appreciate you guys. If you guys don't know, I went shopping earlier. I showed you Koustics. I went grocery shopping today for all the people. My refrigerator. My refrigerator.
Home, nigga, you're finished.
I kept asking guys, like, any of the guys, like, I think I asked a large majority of them. I kept asking them, like, yo, guys, what kind of snacks you guys want? Let me know what y'all want. I'm buying it.
Ask me what snap I wanted.
Hey, look, man. But you saw the cart, though. I saw that. You told me you want 4 plates of food. I said I got you. That's what you said.
Nigga ain't asked me what he gonna serve me. I'm about to get ravioli.
Ravioli. Give me the formioli.
Nah, that's crazy.
But nah, yeah. So, from the 8 players here, you say you like Enzim number 1. Yeah, both say Enzim number 1. Who is your second favorite?
Pred would be number 2.
Pred would be your number 2. Okay.
The reason I say this is not because, also, so some people don't think anything, it's because Pred has been focusing almost religiously on multiverses right now.
That has been Pred's game as of late. That's the moneymaker because the FGC is broke. But we'll touch the FGC broke in a minute. But first, let's talk. Let's continue. We'll touch that in a minute, but let's continue. Let's continue into the Angelic 8, right? So we got Enzim, we got Pred, and then who's the runner up, the third person runner up? Who'd you like?
Who's this? Third? Who are like third?
Yes.
Show me the photo again real quick.
We got Enzim. Yeah, we got Enzim, Cali, Pred, Indra, Steve, Lex, Alucard, and Explicit.
I got hit with an ad. Someone could donate a sub to your boy too. So this nigga.
Yeah, go ahead and type in the chat real quick so somebody can show love too.
Yeah, please. This nigga's ads is hitting me. He not sharing his screen.
Here.
Bro. He out here right now.
That's crazy.
Your support, bro.
The FGC is broke.
My third would have to be between either Indra or Cali. I think Indra or Cali. Oh damn, this is really hard. Cause low key, this is like a 3-way tie between like my third being between Indra, Cali, and Double L. And you know what? I'm gonna have to get the third to Double L. The third will have to be Double L.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very similar as well. I had Double L for third, but it can between Alucard, Coach Steve, and
It
Indra.
depends. It also
can
depends
definitely-
on
it can definitely
which
shift.
Indra. I think it really heavily depends on which Indra shows up.
We're getting the injury that beat Pred at BBB.
If we get the intro that BBB, that nigga cooking.
Hold on.
If we get the intro with the bad Twitter, he might be smoked. I don't know what to tell you.
We got this injury right here. Here we go.
Let me see.
Got pop off Indra.
We got pop off injury.
Yeah. 21, can you do something for
We
me?
getting that injury.
Look at this
pop
nigga
up.
really woke up level 3. This nigga, bro. Anyway.
Yeah, that was a very questionable moment. I'm not gonna lie. From Fred, that was a very questionable moment from Fred. But yeah, I think like overall, like the 8 contestants, it'll be pretty solid. A lot of people have been saying that Enzim is favored to win. I don't know. I kind of like Pred. Pred even said he's gonna be running the Kefla team, Kefla Kid Buu.
He said Kefla Kid Buu.
Kefla Kid Buu, yes.
That's what Pred
Wait,
said he
what?
gonna run.
Wait, who?
Kefla Kid Buu.
Oh, that nigga not winning.
It's like that?
That nigga definitely not winning now. Never mind, you just confirmed it.
You moving him to the third
I
slot?
love Kefla, and I would normally root for Kefla at all times, but Kefla
Yeah.
and Kid Buu? Nah.
Then, raise that nigga in some chances of winning by 5%.
So the reason I bring this up though, right, is because going back to the Double O diss track, right? We had the podcast with Double O. For those who weren't there, go onto youtube.com/what Danny do, support the podcast. Drop the link. Hold on. Support the YouTube. We dropping podcasts every Tuesday, you feel me? When we were talking, J-Bo and Kite were there. When we're talking to Double O, right? He says, we tell him like, yo, when you make statements like these, like when you're calling out like Sonic first to 100, right? When you're calling out these players, when you're calling out Enzo, when you're saying all these, when you're saying these statements, right? You have to back it up. When Lex says, I'm gonna win. If I go to another offline tournament, I am winning. Without a doubt, I'm going to win. I have to win, right? So what that means is that you have to play your best work.
What that means?
that means you literally have to play your best. You cannot lose. Like Frieza says, I cannot lose. Just like that, high squeaking voice and everything. So it's like, we could get an Enzo Lex, Enzo.
Yeah, I see that one right to Twitter too.
Over there. Wait, we gotta touch that. Hold on. But when we finish the sentence. When we see Enzo Lex, we have to see them grand final side beat. I think it's only right. It's only right. And real quick before we touch that subject, since we're also having the tag team on the following day, on the Saturday, what are your thoughts about the tag team? That one is gonna be one Angel, one Demon, fully random.
That's gonna be elite.
What are you
fire?
What are you guys' thoughts?
It
Depends on the team though. Yeah, I'm not sure.
If someone gets a broken team, it's done.
The
'Cause I'll be
Demons are
honest,
selecting the Angels from the hat, so keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
Literally, this is a. I think low key, if Nitro for some reason gets like Insum,
Or Fred,
Fred,
GG's.
nigga, GG's.
GG's.
Like low key, there are 2 checkmates. I think if Nitro for some reason is able to get Insum or Pred, it is GG. I think it's GG.
Really?
Right?
You think that would be the
That'd be
most
cool,
overpowered
bro.
team?
Those are 100%. That's the most overpowered combination. Is getting Nitro Insum or Nitro Pred. Those are 100% the most overpowered of those combinations.
It's all RNG, right? Like it's strictly RNG. Either because
Weighted RNG. Remember, because the tables constantly shift after each person that's chosen.
correct.
So low
Right.
key, because Nitro he goes like later, right?
He will go
If-
last essentially since
He
he's the
goes.
one who
He could
won.
potentially go last. If for some reason names keep getting picked that aren't Insum or Pred, Nitro will actually have a higher chance of winning.
What are the statistics?
The statistics, right? So the statistic. So it's called the compound equation in calculus, right?
Wait, let me get my pen.
I don't do much calculus now, but basically, like, so as you continue, the equation basically goes from like now, if he picks early, it's a 1 out of 8 chance, right? But then it goes to a 1 out of 7. The median, nigga, real math, bro. No cap, y'all listen to me. Y'all gonna fail math, bro. Right? If he gets the early pick, 1 out of 8, right? But then for every pick he doesn't get, the equation just keeps multiplying, by like taking off a percentage. So it goes from like a 1/8 fraction to 1/7. It's like potentially, if Inzum and Nitro, if Inzum and Pred don't get picked, by the time there are 4 people, he has a 50% chance of getting the most broken team, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
So it could be either he picks first and has a quote
He
unquote.
could, low key, if you wanted to balance it, you would actually make him pick first, because that would be his highest chance of not getting Pred or Inzum. Because the later he picks, it could go one of 2 ways, where he doesn't get them, or they're the only 2 that are left and he gets one of them.
It's truthfully, man, is a 50-50 because he can go first.
No, it's not a 50-50. You do it first, it's a 1 out of 8. You do it any later than that, you're trolling the rest of your people.
I'm gonna put 6 names in the hat. After he selects, I'm put the other 2. I'm gonna put the other 2 in the hat. Oh man. All right. But those are the thoughts. Any comments on that, Jabo?
No, I agree. I was just laughing because I was taking notes and I was trying to learn some mathematics today. However, yeah, you're right. I mean, I kind of think that's kind of obvious too. I just think that it's also going to be dope if we see some upsets. Like, I kind of want to see an upsetter. I want to see somebody.
What upset would you like to see between like for the Angelic 8? What upset would you like to potentially
Honestly,
see?
I don't think it would happen, but I would like to see Double L beat Inzum because I want to see Double L's pop off, or if he's gonna do another diss track or something. I just want to see the storyline on that. Honestly, that's my main storyline I want to see this week. What if we get the Pred Inja run back? That's a dope storyline too. We get the run back. I don't know if they played offline since that.
Since BBB?
Yeah, I don't know if they played offline.
No,
since
because the other one after BBB, they didn't play Heat Wave, right?
I don't think so. No. I don't think Intro came to Heat Wave.
I don't think they played again since BBB. Maybe some online set, maybe, but I don't think they actually played.
Pred might, but I forget,
With the Kefla Kid Boo show? Oh my god, he's gonna do
I don't know about that though. Yeah, he might be trolling.
Okay. All right. So, moving on to the hot topic of the night.
The hot topic.
Now, moving on to the hot topic of the night.
Yeah.
So, can y'all tell me in your own words, please, no plagiarism, in your own words, why is FGC broke?
Why would you want me in my words?
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
No, you go. No, you go.
All right. So, bro, right? You need the 144 hertz. So,
Oh my god. And,
Nah.
Alright, you know what I'm saying? So, right? So you got like full frame delay regularly. But like, yo, you listen to me, because this is a blow up. But right, but I didn't want to do it.
oh my lord.
nah.
Oh my goodness.
No.
All right.
Nah.
For real.
For real.
For real. If y'all wonder why the FGC broke, right? Y'all gotta be able to like. FGC has this thing where I understand everyone's from grassroots. I'm a hood dude from Brooklyn. Y'all know what it is, right? The problem is, you motherfuckers don't know when to turn shit on and off when need be, right? Like the Koustics y'all get at certain events, like clearly at like bums and shit, and even when I'm on my own street, that's not the Koustics. If y'all have ever seen the other events I work, that's never the Koustics you would get when I've commentated for Esports U for their league for their Overwatch and their Smash. That's not the Koustics you would get for those things. So one of the major parts is like I understand the FGC doesn't want to lose their roots. Y'all gotta realize like if we're going to reach a broader spectrum or appeal to actual sponsors or actual people willing to put money into the scene, we can't always do the shit we always want to do. There has to be a compromise. I found a great compromise in the middle whenever I do Dragon Ball. When people say that, I still manage to sneak in the sweet she's swallowing kids jokes. And
Hey yo.
look at it.
Hey yo.
Yo, you need to be swallowing kids.
Oh
Anyway,
my god. My
but we
goodness.
still managed to make it work. I ain't been fired yet. There's a chance for all of you. You know what I'm saying? There's a chance for all of you.
Jabo?
Ask the question again.
Why is the FGC broke in your own words?
Okay, so hold up. In my own words, it's two things. Actually, it's not even two things. It's literally what Koustics said. You guys don't know how to be professional. You're older, because older plays a lot. I can't like the older is ridiculous. Even at Heat Wave, yo, listen to me. I said it to Bum mad times. I was like, yo, somebody in here did not take a bath today. Like, did not shower, no deodorant, no spray, no nothing to even try to hold it up. I got to get that together. Real.
Nah, don't worry. That's regular esports, bro. That's regular esports.
That's terrible. And then two is like, you guys don't make yourself marketable so that the big corps do look at us. You guys kind of like people. If you notice, people that make it, quote unquote, make it, they all have branding to them as well. They're branded out, like they're doing other things other than just Dragon Ball. If that's not YouTube, if it's not Twitch, whatever they're doing. So a lot of players would just win. Like for example, no disrespect to Dismantle X, but Dismantle X won a major, right? He decided that okay, I don't really like this. I don't want this. There's no money in this. And in reality, he could have made it to like, yo, I just want a major. Whatever business I'm running, even if it's outside of Dragon Ball, I can use my publicity I have and the branding I have now to take me to another level. But he didn't use that. So it's like you gotta learn how to take off the hood side, take off the curse, and take off everything. Put on your professional pants, put your slacks on, and get to that bag. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna make no money or live a lavish lifestyle just playing the game. It's not gonna happen. It takes some other work other than just playing the game. And a lot of people just come out, play the game, do whatever after, and that's just not gonna keep continuing to work in FGC. Other esports, other communities, you see it. You see the branding. A lot of these people are famous just because of them, not even just their play. It's them as well. That's what we really need as FGC.
So what you're saying,
we can't be greedy and rob people neither.
So what you're saying is like people just need to have a personality.
Not really a personality. Be professional. Like the talent's gonna speak for itself. Talent never lies. That's what I like about the FGC. Like rappers, right? Rappers, dancers, anybody else, it's all opinionated. FGC is no opinion. It's either a W next to your name or an L next to your name. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. So if the facts show I'm a top player, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. What comes after that? I'm gonna brand myself. I'm gonna become this. If I want to do YouTube, I'm gonna do YouTube. If I'm gonna do Twitch, I'm gonna do Twitch. If I want to start a clothing line off of my fan base, I'm starting a clothing line. Think about it to the next level on how you can innovate yourself. A lot of people are not innovative here. They'll just be like, oh, you're going to pay for me to go to tournaments? Okay, cool. I'll just go to tournaments and play fighting games. That's not really why you would want a sponsor. Because I can pay the money myself to go to it. I want sponsors to brand me out. I want J-Bo to be a brand. I want people to know who I am. Oh, do you ever heard about J-Bo? Oh, yeah, J-Bo does this as well. Come to my website. Come to my IG. Do other things. Like, you see how Daniel is now. Who's to say in 2 years Daniel don't got no super big YouTube channel doing content with all these celebrities with other big things? You never know where this can go. You got to take that same mindset and like that same drive. Like you're consistent, Daniel. That's why I think one, I really enjoy being in your content because you're down to earth, you're real natural, you're a good guy and cool. But also you're consistent. When I'm up, before I'm even up, you're streaming. I go to sleep, you're streaming. What does that show me? That shows consistency. That shows that you gonna get to it. I can appreciate that as a man. That dude. I know Acoustics appreciate it. Acoustics is doing the same thing. Yes, Brooklyn, you doing nothing. You know, I peep you over there. I always peep.
Saying we be
you know what I'm saying? You outside.
But what about what about those players, right? That are nasty, not in just like Dragon Ball, in other games, right? Like the Overwatches, the whatever game, League, whatever game. All those players who are nasty at the game, the top 500, the 1%ers, whatever. What can they do? Like, they don't have that outgoing personality. Koustics mentioned earlier, like at UFA, right? Like, Zayn is not super, super duper outspoken like that, right? He didn't have his peoples. But Koustics and I, we're more used to be like talking for ourselves, speaking up and being loud, or, right? So, but for those people who are not as outspoken, right? Who don't really know how to communicate or reach out or sell themselves or promote themselves, what can they do differently besides being godlike at video games?
You want to go Acoustics or you want me to go?
You go first, and I'll go next.
Okay, it's actually really good that you brought up Zane because I was going to bring up Zane. So you know how Zane, you just said that all those things about Zane, right? You know what I noticed? I normally don't watch his streams, but I watched his stream. Like I went back and watched some VODs and I was watching some streams, and I noticed how he's changing, slightly changes, being a lot vocal, doing different things, and that shows me like, okay, he's trying to expand and better himself as a person as well. Like he's trying to adapt to it a little bit in a sense. And I feel like
Because
some
streaming is
people
not for everyone. Keep that in mind.
exactly
Sorry.
it's not for, that's
Streaming,
what I was about
streaming
to
is
say.
not for everyone.
It's not for you, and I feel like if you know it's not for you, use what the good that people attract to you. Like whatever that light is that's getting people to shine on you, that people to come and they want to see what you're doing. Whatever you can do that you're good at, that you're comfortable in, that you can put your all into, do that because you don't have to be super big on the streaming or super big personality, but you can get a lot of fans and stuff based off of what you're doing. If somebody knows you for being a tech lord, but you're also a phenomenal player, post really good video. You don't have to talk about yourself. Post some really good informational tech. Make a Google Doc. Do whatever you like to do in your own way that specializes you. Because I can't specifically tell you what to do because everybody knows who they are inside. However, pay attention to what attracts people to you. Because if you pay attention to that, and as long as it's a positive and it's not against any of your morals, you can I think you can expand upon anything.
Man, fuck the morals, nigga.
Go ahead, Koustics.
Yeah.
What you got to say? What you-
Fuck the morals. All right. Let me tell people, not to toot my own horn, right? When I first entered the FGC, I had a what, like a 300 follower account, right? I wasn't even allowed to commentate at spots.
I actually saw this on D-Nex's interview. Shout out to him, by the way.
Yeah,
I,
shout out to him.
I watched that video. That was
You
like
watched
a
that
tweet.
one? So yeah, so you already know. Like,
yeah, I know.
wasn't-
I'll be watching, Koustics. I'll be watching.
like,
You be peeping
Shout
out here. You be
shout
peeping
out to my boy. Shout out to my
yo,
boy.
definitely shout out to D Nice, right? So I tell people, right, you have to take what you have and you have to know how to leverage it and turn it into something else, right? I don't want to say I'm the master at branding, but I 100% managed to leverage simply just being funny in the room. It's a commentator opportunities that transformed into what it is now. I went from, it is crazy because the FGC does have like some of the greatest personalities, like just in general. Like we have way stronger personalities than any other major game. 1,000%. 1,000%. The personalities here in the FGC are way more entertaining than any other personalities.
What do you
And I
mean
can-
when you say strong? Elaborate a
when I
little
say
bit.
strong, a FGC personality, when I talk about strong or strength of a personality, I mean how well someone can use their presence to either liven up just airtime, a stream, a chat, or just a room, right? And I
Okay.
think the FGC 100% has way more stronger, aggressive, and powerful personalities when it comes to that. So the
Okay.
problem is the fact that these people don't know how to leverage it, right? And I think 100%, if you don't know, you should ask someone to help you, right? For me, I was like, all right, I'm funny. What can I do with this? And then I didn't really ask people, but I would talk to people. I'm like, yo, what do you think is funny? Or I would even just talk to people at tournaments, right? Find out what makes people enjoy something, and then boom. Before you know it, I offer that on commentary, and now people are like, "Damn, this shit's kind of funny." Yo, get Koustics for this, get Koustics for that. And to the point, J-Ball saw me in Atlanta. I wasn't even in Atlanta for no FGC shit. I
was
was
getting lit.
I was in there to
My boy
get
was getting lit.
I was in there to get lit, and then I was in there for DreamHack Atlanta, one of the biggest just
That
video
bag.
game things. And I ran 3 panels. That's crazy. I went from doing commentary out of Bum's crib to doing 3 panels over at DreamHack Atlanta.
It goes to
That-
show that like the possibilities are essentially endless,
it's
right?
possible.
Endless, bro.
It's 100% possible. You just simply need to know what you are doing, right? Especially if you have a personality where people already enjoy being around with you, you definitely need to turn that real quick. This nigga bum. This nigga bum.
Bro came in. He said,
Yo.
"I need you. I need you,
I
Daniel,
need-
now."
He came in. He said, "Yo, I understand you doing this podcast. But I'm gonna need your ass here real quick." You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
give me
shout out
a
to
second.
that
Give me
man.
a second, Bambino. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I promise like 2 seconds. Hold on.
All right, just leave me on, bro, and I'll keep talking while you do that.
Hold
thing.
on. Because no, because I was I wanted
You want to what, nigga? You ain't nigga said nigga said I need you right now.
I need you. That was
I ordered you to help me right now.
You ever heard when somebody needs you? That's how you know somebody needs you. And they be like, "Yo, I'm so sorry, bro, but like for real, I need you now. I need you now." Type shit.
I need.
Like, yes, I need you. Like,
But now, I was gonna say, right. So when people start giving up on themselves, they're very early on, right? Like you said at the very beginning, when you had like 300 followers and stuff like that, you were saying that there were people that weren't giving you the same opportunities, right? But later on, you start doing your thing. You pick up from 300 to like whatever, how many K followers you have now, right? It goes to show that if you put in your work and you're consistent.
6,897.
I'm sorry, Papi. I'm sorry. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Right. It goes to show like there's a lot of people you met throughout the way who've helped you out, who gave you chances, who took risk on you, etc., etc. Right. It just goes to show that you
Shots to Bum and Joe Rod. I tell them both like there wouldn't be Acoustics like 100% without like Joe Rod and Bum.
Right. And without me either. Remember that. I could have ended your career at Waypoint, okay?
oh, he got it. No, listen, he's gonna gun you, bro. He might gun you.
But I tell you know, I say it to Koustics privately all the time. He knows this. I'll say it publicly for the one time, but Koustics knows that's one of my guys. Like Koustics know I remind him all the time, whether I'm just saying, yo, how you doing? Like simple things like that. I always like I just want to know your Koustics, how you doing? It could be the world could be exploded. I just be like, yo, how are you? Just how you doing? Because to me is one of those people like I really care about like the Lex, because Lex was one of the first people I met, right? But Koustics is one of those. He's one of the first people I met, but he's one of those people that I met very early on that actually like affected like later on in like my DBZ, my FGC career, or whatever, right? Because I go to this random local. I'm working at the spot in Chinatown, and I go to the random local who's like a block away, and I see Koustics, and I'm just like, oh, I've seen you before, like I heard of you before, whatever. And when I just see him walking around with his anal beads or whatever, and we like, and we kick it off, right? Like we start talking and we meet people. So it's like, I'm grateful for meeting people like Koustics, right? Meeting people like the Lex, the Bums. Like I'm grateful for meeting a lot of these people, a lot of these players, because it goes on and it shows like we actually have love. Like if you want to show love, there's love there. Like there is people who care about you, and not only people who, okay, these are just my fighting game friends. These are people you can actually say, yo, no, these are my guys. These are actually my guys. Like I know if I want to just chill with them, I can. It doesn't have to be, oh, the only way for me to Koustics not to chill is if we have Dragon Ball on. It doesn't have to be the case. We can just, yo, what you doing? Chilling. All right. Like we could just hang out. It doesn't have to be strictly video games, which is what I enjoy the most about the community overall. People I've met and stuff. Yeah, that's it, Koustics. That's it. You're not getting no more flowers from me. That's all you're getting.
Oh, you good, bro.
Clip it and run with it. You're not.
Clip that shit
From now on, it's back to Big Mon. That's it.
Hey, yo, they're gonna ruin me.
But nah, yeah, it's just, you know, going back to the point where you're talking about like DreamHack Atlanta, for people that want to be out there, that want to promote themselves, do what you have to do. Get your work done. Be consistent, as J-Bo said earlier. Be consistent and actually care about your work. Don't be lazy about the work you're putting in. Like this is what you're putting out, right? These VODs that I put out when I stream in the morning, when I stream in the evenings, at nights, whatever, and I stream at 3 a.m, when I'm doing 24-hour streams, right? These are things that are being there, whether it's permanently or not. I live by this rule. If it's on the internet one time, it is there forever. Somebody somewhere, they got it. Just know somebody somewhere, they got it. Whether you don't see clip by J-Bo, it don't have to be. He could have just screen recorded it. Okay, so it's just know it's out there. It is out there. Maybe
once it's there, just GG's at that point. Like
maybe he would never tell you.
Sir.
Maybe J-Bo would never tell me he screen recorded the conversation. Maybe he'll never tell me, but he probably did. I don't know that information. I probably never know until like 20 years down the line. But just know, whatever you put out there, make sure it's quality content. Make sure it's content that you would also want to see. You know, I was beaming about this I know I'm talking for a lot now, but I was memeing about this during the 24-hour stream, right? I did a 24-hour stream right before New Year's, right? And I played the podcast. Like I played the End Zone podcast. I played the Double O podcast. Like I played them like when I'm taking my breaks and I gotta go eat, shower, etc., etc. And I'm playing the podcast and I'm entertained by the podcast. I'm like, yo, this is interesting. Like this is entertaining. And it's one of those things where people were getting mixed because they thought it was live. And I was like, wow. Like it's one of those things where people have seen it and then they're hearing it again. They were like, wait a minute, this is live? And then Nitro's in the chat. Sorry, I gotta put you on the spot, but Nitro's like, yo, can I exclamation point Discord? Like, yo, oh yeah, in a private channel. I'm like, no, bro, this is pre-recorded. This happened already. He's like, oh, okay. And he's like, wait, why is he talking about this? Wait, let me join the chat again. And he's like, wait, somebody subs, and Nitro's like, wait, look at the time. Wait, this is not the time. And he gets mixed. And he's like, oh, okay, he gets got. But it just goes to show that even though Nitro watched it live and he's rewatching it again, he didn't even realize that it's happening again. It's the same podcast. It's happening again. It's entertaining. It's quality content. And that's what I want to say overall. Just if you guys put out quality content overall, naturally people will be attracted to it. If it's good content, people will come to you. They'll show you love. They'll show you support. You know, this happens every day. You put good stuff out there, you get it back in return. Look at Koustics' commentary. He put out his best work, his best foot forward. Yes, look where he's at now. You know, even shout out to Bambino that needs me right this second. You know, Bum started off way back when in the beginning of time. And look where Bum is at now, right? Like there's people who have put in a lot of work. So, you know, big shout outs to all the people that put in great content for the community. Big shout outs to all of them. All right, I'm done talking. You guys can talk.
I think like I was telling you earlier, bro, you're mad authentic as well, bro. Like people are they're attracted to and they get pulled to people that when you get on the internet, you know how the internet is. You can be anybody you essentially want to be on the internet, but you're just being you, and that's all anybody can ask for as a viewer as well. Like I know you as well. Like I know you outside of Dragon Ball. I know you outside of the streaming Elm, and I know you're the same person that I'm watching on stream. You know what I'm saying? You might not do your same everyday mannerisms, but you're overall the same person. Koustics the same person. Bum's the same person. Like I'm literally met Bum off of somebody telling me on Facebook, yo, this guy does tournaments. I think you should enter. From there, I was like, yo, who is this nigga? This nigga is mad chill. Like he's mad cool. Then I reached out to Bum, and Bum reacted back to me, and I was like, oh shit, like yo, he's talking to me ever since then. Like what? Almost 3 years now. I'm like, damn, like I've known Bum for 3 years. The same person. Met him in real life, same person. And I just feel like as long as you, whatever you put your mind to, whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna take off, bro. You Koustics, everybody, like
you know what I truly believe?
That same drive, bro.
Is I think I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, but I think if people are more accessible. No. I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, but I think players need to be more accessible. And by that I mean is like you don't gotta be fake. You don't gotta be Hollywood. You know, if I don't care if a no name messages me or a high level name messages me, I'm gonna treat you the same way. When you start picking and choosing who do you respond to, who you don't respond. Granted, like considering that these players haven't done you dirty, they just genuinely like you. You know, like if somebody comes up to you randomly at an event at Combo Breaker, UFA, whatever, right? Like, yo, Daniel, Koustics, yo, J-Bo, like I really like what you've been doing for the community. And you be like, yeah, cool. Like as long as you're not that kind of person, like you're actually accessible, like somebody comes up to you, yo, bro, I really like your work. You're like, yo, really like what you like what do you enjoy? Like, give me feedback, you know? Because that's how I improve as well. Inzum said it last week. He says, even the great players learn from others. It doesn't matter how amazing you are at your craft. You can still learn from other people. It doesn't matter who you are. Even LeBron, like the best or one of the top one best players of all time, right? He can still learn from somebody who is not as clouded or not as good as him. You can still learn. There's always ways to improve. You can always improve. So I really do think like players are more, you know, hey, if I reach out to you, yo, Koustics, can you teach me? I see that you play Janemba. I see that you play Gogeta 4. I saw you do this mix-up. Can you explain to me how it works? Instead of you being like, figure it out yourself. You're
What
like,
you mean?
oh,
I'll be happy to explain it to you.
this
You book a
butterfly.
session Hold on.
Yeah,
You
let's
have
get
a
that
copy
back.
pasted.
Yeah, I don't copy and paste already.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm just about to go live, man. That live about to be lit tonight. I'm about to get
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, live
But
boy,
I want to hear that live. I want to hear
But
that
nah, yeah.
live.
Essentially, that's really like how I feel overall. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Can I get some inputs from you?
For how I feel about like what just the beginning of the question where it talks about like players
Yeah, like
or
people
like
not being as accessible or being Hollywood.
I think of course once you reach a certain like level, there's a like I will admit this, right? It sometimes it's harder to get in contact with me now than of course it was at the beginning, but that's because of like the sheer volume of people that have started hitting me up for stuff. And it's
Mhm.
also because I do taxes as like another business, and I'm in the middle of the tax season. I've been trying to work on that as like someone who wants to be a business owner in the future, for that. So that's specifically why, because I've taken on more work and not just commentary but also like in the real world. One of the reasons why it's a little bit harder to like reach me or get in contact with me. So like it's like it's the same thing with like when you start treating this as a job, you start noticing there's more for you to do. So of course it's harder for people to reach you, right?
But it's not
But
the fact that you don't want to like
yeah,
respond.
absolutely.
Okay.
People
Okay.
know I don't care. When it comes down to like once I'm in the spot and I'm there chilling, I'll talk to any and anyone. Right? J
Mm.
Bo know. I pulled
No,
up into
it's a
Atlanta.
fact.
I pulled up to Atlanta. I was not supposed to do anything FGC related. I'll say fuck it. Let me hit up the ATL boys, see what's going on. I'll pop out the 404, anything. Right?
He's not capping. He's not capping.
And I was sitting there
But
chilling.
why were you
He's
why
down to get lit
but
too.
but
He's
but
down
Nigga,
to
nigga, I
everything.
bought moonshine. I bought
Yeah, he was
moonshine
ready.
while I was down there.
so
Ready to
why were
go
you Hollywood?
crazy.
Why were you Hollywood towards me at DTN? Alright, continue.
Oh.
No,
See what I did there?
no, never mind, never mind. No.
All right, okay. Anyway,
As I was saying.
that's what I was saying. Anyone who anyone who's met me in person knows I'm down to chill with anyone. Literally, the minute I'm like off commentary or anything, nigga, we outside, we lit. What's good? What's the vibes? You know what I'm saying? I don't do any of that special shit. Nigga, I was arm wrestling random people at DTN.
That wasn't hype.
Like,
that was hype. That was content.
that was hype.
And that's
that was live stream.
you know you know something. You know something. I want to make note of that real quick. You know, everything was being delayed at DTN with a lot of things were going wrong at that tournament. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah, a lot of things were going wrong at that tournament, right? But that's when I say when you're able to provide quality content, literally out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? Let me boot up the stream. Arm wrestle tournament. Let's go. Run it. You know.
Also one. Let's go.
Wait, hold on. I got you, Koustics.
Nigga, I beat Tega. I beat Hikari. Mind you, I beat Hikari, and I let him use his left hand. Right?
This is
right-handed.
facts. For those that don't know, if you guys go to the YouTube, you feel me?
Go, let him know.
And y'all go to the Defend the North vlog #1 arm wrestling tournament. You see the thumbnail with Tega and Koustics. You feel me? You feel me?
That shit was legendary.
So if you guys weren't there, you guys have to pull through to the vlog. Come on now, you gotta show love to the YouTube channel. You feel me? So this is just what it is. You know, if you're able to create content, quality content, people will show up and show love. So go ahead, sorry.
Summoned the biggest Trinidadian they could to fight me.
The part do I have it here? There's a part in the video where Nitro skips. That just skipping. He has Tiger by the hand, and he's skipping towards us. I'm like, why you as a girl band hold another girl band hand and skipping towards us? What is happening?
Oh my god.
But nah, it was a lot of fun. Please make sure you show some love to the YouTubes. But sorry, go ahead. Continue, Koustics.
No, that's really about it. Like I tell people, like I'm not Hollywood at all. Like once like as long as you vibing cool and we chill, we're chill. Just don't be creepy, right? Don't be doing no weird shit around me.
That's
Then
how you get.
Exactly.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Like it's crazy because people don't even know what people probably don't know and think they've had like really chill like conversations with me because I'm a master at disengaging without hurting another person's feelings, which
The
is
bastard.
Whole time
wild.
you tuned out.
Nah,
Whole
it's not
time,
even
too
it's not even
gone.
that I won't tune out. Like I'll still listen, but I'm like, all right, I need to end this conversation with you soon. So here I'm like, yeah, boom, boom, bada bing, yo, mad cool, me and you. Let me check out everybody around. You know what I'm saying? So I can show love to everybody. Cause that'll be my excuse. Yo, I gotta show love to everybody in here. They be like, damn, Koustics out here showing love to everybody. Little do you know, I used everyone as an excuse to get away from you, but I didn't make you feel bad
So
about
what you're
yourself.
saying? So what you're saying? Next time I hear you say those lines, you don't fuck with the person.
Well, now I'm gonna switch up the line.
Layer 2 now. He's going layer 2 now.
Now I'm gonna just move to layer 2. You're not gonna catch me when it comes to the social mix, nigga. I'm the goat.
Oh my
Right?
god. Okay. So moving on to the people want to know. I want to know what's up next for Mr. Koustics himself.
For me, all right. So you guys want to know what's going on next? I can't say too much, but we're going to be solidifying the brand of Koustics in certain ways, and we don't know what might happen. But you might see a lot more about the Square Bun Society, just in
Hey.
general.
Well, my t-shirt's coming back.
Hey yo, we might be working on something.
Oh, my fault. My
So,
fault.
um,
I leaked
exactly.
that.
I'm ready for that too. That sounds lit.
If you check my last post, you'll see I know a couple esports lawyers now. Shout outs to my man Justin. So we might be working on some shit soon. Who knows?
Okay.
Bing bong.
Wait, let me pull up. Is it safe to pull up your Twitter on?
It is safe to pull up my Twitter.
Let me go past that pin message real quick.
that pin message go crazy. I did complete that too, even when I was in Europe.
Oh my god. Big thank you to Justin for having me going to working with Justin this year. Okay.
Yeah, so
That's the
case,
GOAT right there. 'Cause
in
I don't
case-
even know him, but that's my name, so he the GOAT.
Yeah,
By
in case you
default,
guys
bro.
want to know Justin is a lawyer that specializes in like esports and the gaming industry. So if I'm gonna recommend a guy, it's gonna be him. So yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Koos is in the mix. Hey, go ahead.
I
You know,
did a podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
shout out, Koos. You know, I appreciate you coming through. I don't think I said it at the beginning, but I'll say it now. I appreciate you coming through, man. I know you came in. You was like, I need to be home by 7 p.m. or Daniel's gonna smoke. I know it was happening. But it's okay.
I ain't do all that. They ain't gonna slow, you know what I'm saying? I said I gotta show love to my man. I told him I'll pull up, so I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I got you with the food this weekend. You know the vibes.
Yeah, I'm
and
about to
delegate.
ruin your kitchen, bro.
My whole
And I'm
kitchen.
bringing Ray and nephew. You're done.
Damn.
You're done now.
You're done now. Funny enough, the Friday I don't work, so that first night about to be demonic.
Oh, you don't work on Friday for the okay?
I don't work on Friday. I have to do processing and procedure stuff for this new
Oh yeah,
season.
you did mention that. Yeah.
On Saturday and Sunday, but Friday, I don't work.
Yeah. I already told you. For Saturday, just pull up when you can. You know.
Yeah.
We'll.
I will.
Yeah. I will. I need my food. I can guarantee you that the food will be in store for you if the other fellas don't eat it all. Okay.
What you mean? Listen, here's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna tell them that's Koustics food. You're gonna make sure a plate on the side, 2 plates.
Minimum two.
That's it. Minimum 2. You're lucky I'm not gonna do it to you, but minimum 2 gonna have to be on the side for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you want 2 plates, you gotta get my volleyball back. But that's a different story.
Hey, yo, listen, bro. My bad that I was that strong, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. But go ahead, Koustics. Go ahead. Plug in your Metafy. Plug in your stuff.
So I'm just saying, guys, you know, what if you don't even want to improve as a player, right? What else could Koustics offer you outside of DBFZ training? Well, that's crazy, because what I also offer on my Metafy is commentary training, brother. Yes, that's right. On my Metafy, you can also book sessions so I can help you with your commentary. It does not matter which game, because if you need to know, I myself have done professional commentary for Dragon Ball Fighters, Under Night in Birth, Blaze Blue Central Fiction. I've done it for Overwatch. I've done it for Smash. If you need help in any game, I'm the brother to help you. I've even done a commentary for Valorant. We be out here. So if you need to know who to talk to, hit up your brother, Koustics. And you wait, hold on, let me drop this. Let me drop this thing right here. Boom, bada bing. Oh, follow me on Twitter at Koustics as well too.
Get Koustics to 7K.
Oh
Real-
please, bro. I'm like 3 away. I'm like 3 away from 6,900. We try and
no,
get to the
you're
7K,
six.
bro.
You're at 6,899.
I'm at 6,899, bro. Please help me
Let me
get to the
unfollow real quick
7K.
so I make sure that you don't.
That's crazy. Yo, Barbaric 8 will actually be happening this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
I'm gonna get the 8 most barbaric players and have them play, right?
Etron gonna be the top of the list. Huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I do a barbaric 8, Ichiran's getting invited. Free.
Oh my god.
Free.
J-Bo, anything you wanna add real quick?
I'm straight. I'm looking forward to this event this week. About to be lit. I already told you who I want to see. Who my top requested set of the night shall be.
Yeah. Since you said that, besides the Lex and Enzim, anybody else you want to see play?
Who, me?
Both of you guys.
Like I said, I would like to see a Pred. I would like to see a Pred. What's the name rematch? Injury rematch. And I gotta look over the demon side again. I need to see who's back on there.
I would like to see the Coach Steve that I once knew and loved. I want him to return to me. I want him to do gut punch into gut punch into gut punch.
To you?
Just like not to me. Then a guy. What happened?
Okay. Oh, I gotta. The God himself asked, "Is Sasuke a good player?"
No.
All right, and there you have it. Koustics, I appreciate you coming through. Koustics, I appreciate you coming through, bro. You already know. I'll see you this weekend, Brody. Appreciate you.
I'll see you this weekend. Thank you, Evan. I would like to see Sasuke in it. You would have to give me $2,000 to have
Upfront.
Sasuke in my invitational tournament.
Oh my god. All
That's
right.
the minimum.
Shout out to the YouTube gang. YouTube, when y'all watch this, I appreciate y'all watching and listening to the VOD. Well, what is it? Every Tuesday podcast at 6 p.m. Today was at 7 because reasons, but 6 p.m. EST on Tuesday for the weekly podcast for everybody else that's in here. Okay? So stay tuned for next week Tuesday. I think the next week Tuesday might go crazy because it's gonna be the first one after the tournament, after Angelic 8. So it might go kind of it might go hand.
That's gonna be.
It might go hand. So stay tuned for that.
Be OD.
Stay tuned for that. That one might be that might have to be a live one. That might have to be live. It might have to be live. We might need the person to pull up.
Yeah, that gotta be it.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys and yeah.
I stayed up for 3 into this. Can I go now? Maybe we think about it. Maybe.